Hey everyone! This month's content is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be sharing information about myself as a traveler, blogger, and as a normal human being. Because if I'm sharing guides and tips with you, I think it's important that you get to know the person this information is coming from. So this week's video will be a Q&A where I answer your most frequently asked questions. So if you want to get to know me, my traveling lifestyle, and how I started blogging, keep watching. Before we get started, don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more personal videos, and don't forget to stick to the very end because I've got an exciting giveaway announcement. I'm giving away a GoPro Hero 7 Black. Yeah, a GoPro Hero 7 Black. Okay, let's get started with a get to know me Q&A mukbang style because I think the best conversations happen over food. So go ahead, grab a snack, and watch me cook and eat. I guess I'll get started on cooking, and today I'm gonna be cooking my favorite food, coconut curry chicken. So first things first, my name is Johanna Aquino. That's my full name. You guys usually know me as Jojo. I was born on September 26, 1991 in Guam, USA. That makes me Libra sign. And I'm also 100% Filipino. Marital status, I am single, not married, but in a relationship, if that makes sense. My favorite drink is tea. If we're talking about alcohol, my favorite drink would be soju and Yakult. What's your favorite social media channel? Currently, it's Pinterest. I'm loving that one right now. How many tattoos do you have? I don't have any tattoos, mostly because I think it's too much commitment. I don't know, it's just weird. I just have that thing. How has your birth order / characteristics of siblings affected you? I'm the youngest of 3. I have an older brother. My sister's the middle and I'm the youngest. But I feel like those who are the youngest get their lives together first or sooner because I feel like there's less pressure on them compared to like the firstborn ones. That's kind of the case with my family, and it's also the case with other families that I know. Okay, let's get started with the travel questions. What is a place you would love to go to over and over again? From Will No J. It's a place I've already been to over and over again, and that is Siargao, my favorite place in the world. How do you travel so much? Is it vacations all the time, or is that what you do for a living? How I travel so much? I work remotely as a social media manager, and then I also just wanted to just travel and experience the world. What about food? Do you eat and try anything when you travel? Always. I always eat and try everything when I travel. I think food's a huge part of culture and experience, so yeah. How do you stay in shape during your travels with all the food that you're eating? I have a pretty good routine of what I eat and how I just stay healthy and fit when I'm at home. That way when I do travel, I'm able to like go and eat anything. And what I do for eating is that everything's always just a balanced meal. There's never too much fat or too much carbs. And what I do for exercising is weightlifting. Do you usually travel alone, or do you have someone together with you because your photos look great? From Hey, it's me, Jara. I do travel alone, but I also travel with people. If I do travel alone, I've brought my tripod with me before and use that to take pictures. Or I just ask strangers who are there with me. And after they take my photo, I return the favor and take their pictures too. What is the worst experience you had getting sick while traveling, and how did you cope? So the worst experience I've had was getting food poisoning right before the beginning of a 9-hour flight between Tokyo to San Francisco. That really sucked. I remember passing out in the bathroom stall in the airplane from so much pain. And I'm passed out, sitting on the toilet with my pants down and my mouth over the sink. I remember at one point throwing up so much that I saw my stomach acid come out, and it was like neon green. That was gross and also kind of cool. Okay, now we're getting into the lifestyle questions. How do you be content with things that you have, even when you think it's not enough for you? That's really deep. I think to be content with things that you have, even though you know it's not enough. In reality, as a human being, nothing will ever be enough. When you say like, once I reach this goal, I'm gonna be happy. Well, guess what? Once you reach that goal, you're gonna want the next one, and you're never gonna always be happy. So it's really important to be content with what you are, and also know that nothing's ever permanent. If you're not happy with your current situation, you can always change it. It's never gonna be that way forever. What is my favorite food? Also from Sheila May. So my favorite food is anything curry. So it could be this type of curry, coconut curry, or Japanese curry, or Indian curry. It's just anything curry. How do you deal with doubts about your aspirations? And that's from Kat from Guam. Well, doubts come from fear, of course. Fear is a good thing to have, you know, in terms of survival. That's something your brain tells us to make sure that we're safe and that we're not gonna get hurt, which is totally fine. But think about like how fear overprotects us. So it really stops us from going for what we want. So think about that for yourself. Is your fear or your brain just being overprotective of you? Do you follow any hashtags or niche accounts aside from travel? I'm not on Instagram as much, but I do follow certain influencers that I really love. Amber Ray, Melissa Griffin, and another one is Jenna Kutcher. I think they're really great people. They're all very, ambitious, heart-centered, and really just want to help their own communities, and that's something that I aspire to be. I also follow a few travel bloggers, but in reality their stuff doesn't really interest me unless they're like my friend. Okay, time to eat. And I just have miso soup as a side. So this miso soup comes in a block form and it has eggplant in it. So cool! One of the perks of living in Japan. You always get access to these cool foods. What's your motivation to go on a social media detox? I just wanted to go on a trip again and travel without social media dictating what I should do or what I should take pictures of. And I was also going through some lifestyle changes, like moving here from Guam to Okinawa, and wanted to fully take in the experience. Yeah, and just explore what it's like to move in with someone and experience a whole new level of love with them. And also it just wasn't doing great to me mentally, and it's always good to have like a little detox. And now I'm back on Instagram and I feel a lot more lighter in my head and it's great. It's so good with kimchi. Okay, this next question is, do you have any self-care routine? My self-care routine is like putting on a face mask, drawing myself a hot bath. Another thing I started doing recently was, you know how people do the gratitude journals where they write what they're thankful for at the end of each day? I do something a little bit similar. I write what I'm proud of myself for because I do work for myself. I don't have that person to tell me like, oh, I'm doing a good job or I'm doing like the right thing. And like I said before, as someone who operates from emotions of like not feeling good enough, I at least have things to look at and be like, no, I got all of these stuff done. I don't have to do anymore. So I started doing that and it's been such a relief. And it mentally is just really great. Otherwise, I would just have anxiety all the time. Next question is about blogging. The most asked question is, how did you start blogging/vlogging, and was it nerve-wracking? The travel blog that you know me for was not my first travel blog. Before the travel blog, I had my Filipino food YouTube channel. Before that was a photography blog when I wanted to be a fashion lifestyle photographer. And then before that was another photography blog, but more like just for fun. And before that was a beauty blog. And then before that was just like personal ones from Tumblr, Zanga. So I've always really liked blogging and creating content and all that stuff, but I didn't really find the niche I wanted. And it took like, I don't know how many accounts 5, 6, 7 niches before I finally chose the one that I felt reflected me. Was it nerve-wracking? Oh yeah, definitely. I remember my first post was a video and I really felt like I was putting myself out there because it was an actual video. People can see how I speak. So in that video, I was like really smiling just to hide that, how nervous I was. But at the end of filming that, it took 2 hours to film and my armpits were really sweaty at the end of it. But the most nervous part was actually pressing the post button to put it out into the world. And I was mostly scared because I was concerned about how people would think of me. And this was specifically people I knew in my life as opposed to the strangers who were gonna see it. And it was weird because I was concerned of what my high school crush 10 years ago would think of me. And I don't even talk to the guy. We never even talked to each other in high school. For some reason, that's what my concern was. And it's so silly how I stopped myself from posting that for like a whole week. But the fear does feel real. And even though it was nerve-wracking, I'm really glad I did it because 2.5 years later, here I am today doing blogging pretty much almost full time, and you're now watching me eat. So I'm really happy that I actually did that and pushed through. I mean, you never know what's gonna happen out of blogging. And you owe it to yourself to try something that you feel like you have a calling for. Tips for someone who wants to be a blogger/vlogger. If you want to be successful in your blog, you want to make sure your content adds value to the people who are watching it. So your content either has to be informative or helpful, entertaining or inspiring. This is actually really hard, answering your questions, thinking about it and eating at the same time, and filming. I don't think I'm gonna do this next time. Next question is, how do you earn from your blog from Will No J? There are a lot of different ways to do it. How I do it for my blog is through affiliate links or affiliate marketing, sponsored posts, or through creating your own products. I don't have any products that I'm selling right now, but that's something that I'm working on. Sorry, my legs are just getting really like numb. Like it's just stopping the blood flow from coming to my leg. I want to start vlogging and blogging, but don't know if I can keep up with putting up content. What are your suggestions? My suggestions is batching. Let's say for the next 4 weeks, you plan out what your 4 videos are going to be if you're going to post 1 video a week. And you plan out what all those videos are and you film it in that first week. You know, you're not going back and forth because it's really hard to get into a specific mindset like for writing and then another one for filming and then one for editing and then another one for like promoting. So it's better to just do it all in one go and you save a lot of time. So, yeah. What's the camera that you would recommend on a budget but still a good camera? That would be the Canon SX620. I think it's great for vloggers. Although because it is a little cheaper, there's no flip screen for you to see yourself, but it's a good camera to start off with. Can you share details and advice on how you did your first vlog? I want to make one, but I don't know where to start though. From Sammy Fuertes. So for your first travel blog, you want to make sure it's like one of the things that I mentioned before, either informative, entertaining, or inspiring. You want to base it off of questions that your audience would always have. So what I do is once I have my title and topic, I'll write out the script, just like writing a blog post, and then I'll film it and I'll read bullet points and talk to the camera while looking at my bullet points, kind of like what I'm doing now and how I do in all my videos. Then I edit it all together. After all the videos are kind of put in place, I color grade it, which is basically like adding a filter. And then I add background music, some sound effects if needed, and some titling or some words. How did I start with YouTube? So I've always wanted to create videos. I've made videos like all the way since high school when I was like 15 years old. I'm 27 now, so it's been like 12 years of making videos. But if part of your blog or brand is to show your face and relate to people, I would highly suggest doing video because your message, your personality will come across stronger in video and as opposed to photo or podcasts. Oh my god, okay, let me just switch my leg. My left leg's getting numb. I'm gonna put less pressure. Okay. My following is currently 5,400. I think I make like $2 a month. I know before when I only had like 5 videos and 100 subscribers, over a few months I was already able to earn like $5. This is like right when I first started, so that was to me already kind of amazing. But then YouTube changed their policy where now you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours worth of content watched. So after that policy change, the amount of money that I could have been making actually just went down to zero because I didn't have 1,000 subscribers. I didn't have 4,000 hours of my content watched. And when things like that happen, especially if you're trying to earn money through YouTube, you need to understand that they have control over the money you make. So you want to make sure you have other forms of income aside from YouTube, especially if you want to go the vlogger route. I started off with a blog and YouTube channel, and the blog is growing and slowly the YouTube is starting to grow too. But I'm also making sure that I also grow my following through emails instead of just like my YouTube subscribers or my Instagram followers, because in the end I don't own my following on YouTube or Instagram. Like if anything happens to them, like what happened to Vine, like a lot of these people who got really popular in Vine had millions of followers, they lost all their followers when Vine closed down. So those people moved over to YouTube. But you know, you don't want anything like that to happen to you. So if you're gonna do vlogging, I would say create your own website too and grow your email subscribers through there, because if you have email subscribers, you actually own that following. So I feel like the people who sign up to my mailing list are like my true friends, and they also feel like that way towards me too, because they get emails from me. It feels a lot more personal and intimate, and they get to reply to me emails. And honestly, like, I love replying to emails. And with email, you don't have to fight an algorithm because everything is chronological. Sun's going down. I'm taking too long to eat. This is hard to do. Okay, this next question is from April. She asks, I'm curious, how did you start doing this stuff like blogging? Do you have professional career aside from this? I'm really fascinated to know the life of a blogger. I've seen a lot of social media influencers and bloggers. It seems to be amazing and spontaneous. Things can be really amazing and spontaneous, but in the end, as a blogger, if you really want to be successful, you need to treat it like a business. So it can look spontaneous and amazing, and I think especially on social media, we're only posting the highlights. We're not showing the behind the scenes, the hard work, the hours that get put into just to create a blog post and hoping to make sure that it gets viral or that people see it. So in terms of having a professional career aside from blogging, I'm a social media manager, and that's also another income or a way for me to be able to travel and work at the same time. But I'm actually slowly moving away from social media management into full-time travel blogging. I used to do actual management for the social media accounts for businesses, but now I do social media consulting just so I could actually just focus more time into something that actually makes me happy, which is travel blogging. So I'm trying to put more energy into making a living off of it. All this talking is just making me full. I think that's just because I'm eating slower. And the rice has taken time to fully expand. Let me focus on eating this food first because it's so hard to talk, film, and eat at the same time. I love coconut curry chicken. It's so good. That's done. Let me finish my soup. Finished. So thank you so much for watching, getting to know me. I have these 3 videos coming up, so don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel so that I know that you're interested. Okay, giveaway announcement time. So I'm giving away the GoPro Hero 7 Black as a thank you to you guys for supporting me. It's a camera I always bring with me on my travels, and I want to give you guys a chance to bring this on your travels too. So the answer, all you have to do is sign up for my mailing list. It's super easy. The giveaway is international and entries close April 9, 2019. 11:59 p.m. Japan time. You also get a few extra freebies like my Lightroom presets and my ultimate packing list right after you sign up. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Safe travels, and I'll see you in the video next week. Bye!